Hi, everyone. Um, so this week I have some questions already, and I said that for the first 10 minutes I will try to answer those questions. If anyone joins, I'll talk to them after that. So the first question I have is, with the university needing to cut millions from the budget, can our GSS funding be cut? If we have a signed contract promising us a GSS with 10 hours of work funding, can the university cancel those to make up the budget shortfall? The straight answer for this question is no. Any contract that the university already has sent to you and you have signed, and so if they just send it to you and you signed it back, that's done. That's a contract right there. University cannot go back on those, so it will have to honor those contracts. Also, the provost promised in our grad conversation that if a student had funding, especially teaching positions last semester, they will not lose the funding because of the budget cuts. So there is no budget cut targeted to the GA ships. And the provost said he will make sure personally, from his office, that it is the case. Then the second question is, will grad students who live off campus be required to self-quarantine before attending classes on campus? The answer to that is not from the university. Off-campus university does not off-campus is not a concern of the university. However, if you are coming from some of the states that the state of Connecticut put in the list to be quarantined, that you have to do, but it's not the university's jurisdiction. It's the state's order. So from the university, if you live off campus, you do not have to self-quarantine before attending classes on campus. Then the third question was, will grad students be required to have a negative COVID test prior to attending classes on campus or otherwise returning to campus? So the university is planning to test students who attend the university on campus, and depending on what your status is, the university will test you if you fall in that criteria. And of course, then you have to test negative. If you test positive, then the university will not let you come to its premises. And more information will come about the testing very soon, who will fall under which criteria to be tested. But you don't have to test yourself and show that you are negative. It's on the university. It will test who it thinks or who falls under those criteria. The fourth question is, will GSS stand with international students? So I don't know when this question was posed, but I feel how to express myself. I did release a statement expressing how GSS stands with international students. The international students are a very important part of our community, and GSS always stands with them. And by standing, we're just not showing solidarity and doing nothing. We are trying actively to resolve those issues that the federal government modifications created for international students, and I myself am an international student, so those actually impact me too. So maybe you'll find that some a bit more assuring that I am working towards that, because those can actually affect me. But rest assured, we are working towards those issues. By working, I mean trying to give ideas and solutions to our provost, our international service, and our graduate student dean, how to circumvent these restrictions imposed on international students. And results will come out very soon, since there has been so many issues that came one after another. We are uh, we are hopeful, and we know that the university is close to solving many of those, and some of those will be shared in the webinar on Friday by ISSS. Please join that if you can. And I will request ISSS to record it and share it us as well, so we can also post it in our YouTube channel. And there will be announcements also with the whatever solution we come up with for all those issues. Then there was a concern that came up that on someone cannot attend this session on Thursdays because of their personal reasons, but they had a concern that if we have a GA section of large class that has no one signed up yet for that section, can they cancel that section and withdraw funding from that? This is a very specific question. The answer, or as far as I know, if a contract is given, they cannot retract that contract. And if you have signed it, actually, when they have offered the contract, and if you sign it by the deadline, it is binding. They cannot retract from the contract. So I can ask the proper authorities what happens if this case happens, but then I will actually reply via email to whoever posted that concern. Thank you. Hi, Jintao. How are you? So yeah, by the way, that was all the questions and concerns that I received this week. So someone is joining us. Sorry, they couldn't join. I mean, it doesn't show that they can speak yet. Let's see. Can you hear me, Jintao? Hey, Rob. Hello, Rob.
Hi, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you?
Not bad. Did you have some people stop by today?
Um, I see Jintao is trying to join. I think he's having some technical difficulty. I see him, but I don't see the microphone or like nothing. The thing that blinks when you speak, like the volume sign. Like in your case, you're muted now, so those are not showing. But I had some questions this week. So as I said, during the first 10 minutes, I'll answer those, and I went through those. Oh, Jintao says he can hear me. That's good. Oh, Jintao has been sending chats. Sorry, I was not paying attention to the chat. But anyway, yeah, Jintao, I'll check the chat box. You can send text if you want, if you have any questions. Rob, you are here, right? I mean, you can also
Yes,
check.
sir.
Okay, cool.
I can turn on my camera. I was just doing other stuff at the same time, so I didn't want to look like I was listening.
Well, that's the perks of having these WebEx meetings. So I had some questions this week mostly about funding. People still were worried if, so yeah, I think maybe I'll figure out a way to let everyone know that if they have a contract, the university will honor it. I mean, the university has to honor it. So, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not like super common knowledge. It's just with all the budget cuts and everything, maybe people are just scared that they might lose their funding. But yeah, if the specific question was that if I have a contract, can the university retract it or cancel it? And yeah, they can't. Also, there was a question: will GSS stand with internationals? I think that question might have come a bit early, other than I released my statement. And I mean, everyone needs some time to respond to those federal announcements because they are out of the blue and they even go back and change them very soon. So to make sense out of it, it takes some time for everyone to respond. And I mean, I am an international student. I know actually how much stress it puts on us. When I saw that, it was like, Nafis, can you stay in the country or not? It's the same for me too. So I urge everyone, all the international students, that give some uh, time to what does it say? It says low bandwidth. Uh, anyway, it went away. So I requested in my email that give some time to the university to figure things out, and it wouldn't. Whatever they could say, the ISSS said in the first email right after the announcement came, and then they took some time to figure the rest of it out because they always want to share the right information than just sharing misinformation. So yes, I think as far as I understood what the university is doing, and I am confident that it will be able to solve these issues. And um, the provost personally uh, assured me that the university will do everything in its power to see that there is no harm that comes to the international students. On that note, I would say that I have had ideas from people that can the university just do, uh, let's say, 0 credit, one, or like some credit course that it says that people need, and they just take it and uh, fulfill those requirements. So these ideas, I mean, we also think about it, and we put a lot of thought on these lines, since uh, everyone is actually worried about this. The Senate Executive Committee was also worried, and we talked. And the issue with these kind of very fast and very seemingly easy solution is there are repercussions with those. Actually, the UC Berkeley tried this, or one of the students tweeted that I love UC Berkeley. They're doing this for us. They're making up courses or whatnot. I haven't read it, so I shouldn't say the exact words. I'm not quoting. It's just somewhere in those lines that UC Berkeley is saving us. And then Fox News immediately started uh, reporting that UC Berkeley is now doing fraud because they're making bogus courses. So they, it might seem that there are very easy solutions to this problem, but it is, it is very tricky. The university has to walk a fine line that does not raise any flags, but still can help students achieve what the restrictions. Actually, these are not real restrictions. These regulations are always there. It was that the ICE or DHS they made an exemption due to COVID, and everyone planned based on that, and they said that these exemptions will stay till the pandemic or the situation uh, stays. It is here. The cases are rising. They just changed their mind and then switched back, and everyone planned according to their exemption, and now they're saying there's no exemption. So it's not that easy to figure out easy solutions. But the university is doing things.
So one thing we received an email from our department that said, you can sign up for independent study and research, the university, the grad school courses, so listed at GRAD, um, and a lot of people don't realize that those are technically in-person classes,
Yeah,
in-person courses, and a lot of us are required to be enrolled in those anyway.
yeah,
So I don't think it's a bad idea for people to for grad students. It doesn't work for undergrads, but well, actually, I don't know if undergrads have independent study. They probably do.
they might have
Um,
independent studies.
like a 4,000 level class or something. Um, yeah, that's a good point, Nafis. Don't run to social media and say, "Isn't it great? I'm taking this bogus," because it's not. They're what
They were
at
always
least
in
what our
person.
department's doing is, yeah,
Yeah,
that they said, hey, these are the in-person classes. Look for those. You know, sign up for it.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
those courses, what they mean is we meet our advisor advises us to do research, and like, yeah, we meet them. These are actual in-person courses, and the expectation from these courses are that you come to the university, you put the work like the according to the hours that you get credit for, and that's how it always has worked. And yeah, I mean, the department put those out, and it's a, I mean, for many of us it is required. Like after we fulfill our course requirements, any of us to take those so we can do our research. On that, the the issue might be that some of the students um, who are fee-paying master students mostly, they never planned on taking independent studies probably, or research credits. They don't need them. It's useless for them and a waste of money in that sense. But I can assure all of them that the university is looking into finding solutions for them as well. So for us, the easy solution is to take those credits, which we take anyway, and if we need, or if we want some course that we want to take, uh, but it's not in person, then there are options with taking these. So yeah, it's the situation is not that bad for grad students, I would say, except for those who pays for those courses. So there will be a solution. We're working on it. For undergrads, it's a bad situation, or it's a bit worse than us. That I mean, they can. I'm not really sure, but I think they can also take those independent studies, but probably they never planned, and they have to change their plan of studies, which is not great. But it is what it is. We came to this country to get our degree, our higher education, and whatever the law is gonna say, we have to follow it. And we are hopeful that the lawsuit that Harvard and MIT filed will uh, will hold, and will hold the exemption that they put in, and this situation will be lifted, or not confusion, this situation will be changed. And even if it does not, uh, we'll do, as the university will do whatever it has power to do to set or to protect us. It can't just go rogue and do illegal stuff. There are repercussions of that, and it might not seem that these, like, doing this is pretty legal, but there can be different issues with that. So that's why it needs some time to figure things out. But I'm trying to help them, give them ideas, and see or keep track of it, and they're working hard, I can say, to figure this out. And I think they deserve some credit. It puts a lot of pressure on them as well. It's their job to figure out all those international issues, and there were so many all together, one after another. Just, I think they did a pretty good job, and they're doing it.
I think there's a couple important things to note. One of them is that international undergrads represent like a huge amount of revenue for both for UConn and then every university
Yes.
now. So there is a very strong financial incentive, not so much for the grad students, but for the undergrads, for them to get this rule changed. So much so that from what I heard, there's going to be like action at the state level too. Like Connecticut's going to be taking action soon. Um, and obviously there'll be a lot of advocacy too. I mean, they were talking about just a couple of years ago taxing the tuition waivers that we
Yeah.
get as income. Um, and there was a huge amount of lobbying that happened, and that was Congress. That was not an executive action, but that ended up not going through because of all the pressure. Basically, all the universities came together and really pushed against that. So, unlike some of the other rules we're seeing, I think that there's kind of like a unified um, uh, motivation
Yes.
for people. So the other thing that we have to keep in mind is that things could really change in the spring semester depending on what happens in the election in November, since this is an executive action. You should never plan. Um, Financial people will tell you you should never plan for political events. I was reading that on an investment website, but you know, if there are lawsuits and there's an injunction that prevents the changing of the rule to go back, if it prevents that from happening for a few months, come January, there may be new people working for ICE that then this rule may no longer be a problem. But we can't obviously. That's just to, I don't know, give people sort of rays of hope. That is not in any way meant to be like, oh, don't worry about it,
Yeah.
because we really, and you know, the fall is what's important now. You know, we still
Yeah.
have the fall to deal with.
Yeah. And
And what about the poor international students who went home, you
so
know,
yeah,
for the summer to kind of get away from. Go ahead.
I wrote in my email that uh, we are working towards that, and I'm very confident that we are close to a solution for that. It's not my place to say how much has been done. I know what's going on, but it's still in the works, and um, it will be. So as I said that in the first 10 minutes that the announcement will come very soon, addressing all these issues. It was one after another. So after progressing a bit for one issue, the next came and the next came, and it's just catching a lot of catching up, and then hopefully there will be no other no new blows, and I don't know what else can they do, like what what more blow can they uh, think of, and so probably all these will be announced soon. Uh, the provost, the dean of, I mean, it also, some of these only affect grad students who are GAs, some of this and affect undergrads, so it will be the provost, the global affairs and ISSS, they all will jointly release some statement with real solutions, not that we are working. I mean, they already have uh, mm, released those, and hopefully that gives people some consolation, because I have been working. So yesterday I have been in meetings all day long about these issues, and people have assured me, and I have trust, faith in them, and I know what they're doing. So I also ask everyone to um, keep a little bit of patience for a few more days. So tomorrow there will be the webinar and the actual announcement from, I think, from the provost office, or a joint announcement with whatever solutions they come up with, which are real solutions that I can assure. For those, the specific case that you said, that whoever went home and cannot come back, and as the university said that they cannot work for the university. So along that lines, there are real solutions that are coming, and they will be soon. I'm sure. I know that they're coming soon.
What time's that meeting?
I think 10.
Um,
Uh, okay, Jintao, take care. The meeting is 10, I think. Tomorrow
uh,
is 10th and 10. Yeah, it's 10th July at 10.
okay, because the UAW region, so this would be like the Northeast, so that would be Harvard, MIT, us, Columbia, a bunch of other people, are hosting an info session as well tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Okay.
I don't know how, that's the link. I don't know any other way to share it other than that.
Mhm.
Um,
So, is there a like who is organizing this? Do they have have this on their website somehow or?
So that's just the RSVP. So I can let me search. Um, but it's the UAW region, so it's not us. It's our
The parent union, I
yeah,
guess. Yeah.
yeah, and so they're organizing this um for us. For 9A. Very good union rep.
Well, there's so many things now.
Oh, actually, it's 4 to 5.
Well, then it's fine.
Maybe they made like a Facebook event. But I'm sure it's going to be a lot of the same information that we're getting from UConn. Because I feel like people are pretty unified.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't think that there's anyone at the university who wouldn't be wanting the same things that GSS and the union, everyone wants for international students. Because I think pretty much all of our interests are aligned in keeping them here. We want to keep you guys here. I didn't have any questions this week, Nafees. I was just curious what was going on,
Yeah.
um, the international student stuff. Um, so I can duck out if there's any other people who want to ask questions.
No, it's open. I opened the session, so it's not like I'm admitting people. They will show up if they.
That's good. Okay, maybe I'll see you at the Sage
About
happy
that.
hour tonight.
Probably not. I had a long day, so I'll just chill.
Yeah, get some actual food in you
Yes,
and
I what I had today is breakfast and then dairy bar ice cream, which has become
okay.
my, I don't know, my lunch, I guess. Actually,
Not a bad lunch.
yeah, actually, some of them know me now. The lady who served me did not know me today, but the sometimes they're like, oh, yeah, the same drill. Just tell us which spot you're in, we'll bring it out. Yes, okay. It was such a lifeline for me that it opened. Although they broke my heart because in the beginning for 3 days for the medium thing they had two flavors. You could choose two flavors. Now it's only one. I mean, whatever you take.
What?
Yeah, even a pint. Like who eats a pint of same flavor? Why? And they manage well with two flavors. When I was ordering,
Now when they have so many options, you want to try two.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to eat the 16, I guess 16 ounce or whatever, the medium size of one scoop. I don't. But anyway, and they did start with it, and then the fourth day I was like ordering. It didn't show up. I was like, is it a thing with my phone? Like why can't I select the other flavor? And then I called them. They said nope, we changed our policy. I was like kind of heartbroken.
Unbelievable. That is sad. right. Well, sounds good, Nafis. You have a good rest of the night.
Yeah, you too.
See you later.
Bye bye.